This week on Martyr's Row.
Was King David a ginger?
Did the Septuagint make Goliath short?
Did King Saul have an elongated head and tiny little legs?
Saul tall, Paul call small brawl?
Y'all, welcome to Martyr's Row. 3, 2, 1.
Saint Vincent, deacon of the church at Saragossa, served under the aged bishop Valerius, whose infirm speech he often supplied with bold confession. In the persecution under Diocletian, both were seized and brought before the governor Dacian. Valerius was banished, but Vincent, being young and steadfast, was reserved for torment. He endured racks, scourges, and fire, yet in the midst of pain mocked the cruelty of his persecutors, saying they had power over his body, but not his soul. At last, worn with torments, he yielded up his spirit, and his body was cast forth without burial. But the Lord honored his servant, and his memory was spread throughout the churches. Thus Vincent, faithful in service and fearless in suffering, showed that the strength of Christ is made perfect in affliction. Anno Domini 304.
Hey, Paul.
Oh, what's up?
I'm glad you're back.
It's so good to be back. That was a really good nap.
I know. I mean, no one realizes you were just laying on the floor the whole time during the solo app.
But you were so kind and you didn't wake me up.
No, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I thought, I think I can handle this one. Paul needs his rest.
I don't need him.
Paul needs his rest. He already hit record.
My hand's dangling over.
I should have cut too. That would have been hilarious. Well, I missed you, Paul.
Yeah, I missed you too.
But
I'm glad the show went on.
the show must go on.
It must.
All of our live listeners, they needed to see it happen. And by live, I mean alive.
Alive. You were breathing, right?
All of our living listeners.
We love our bots too.
Yeah. And those who have gone before us.
Yeah.
After all, it is Martyr's Row.
Yeah. And there are many that go before us.
That's true. More before us than behind us? That's not a thing. The ones that are before us are behind us.
That's kind of a weird sentence. No.
There's more before us than behind us. But those who came before us are already in our behind. I mean, they're behind us.
They're in our behind.
In our past?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So I have small children. How about you?
I don't even know how I guessed that.
Well, it's just funny because, so the movie David came out in theaters, and it's an animated movie that you wouldn't necessarily see if you're an adult, I guess.
Okay.
But, right?
I mean, I haven't seen it.
Okay. I have.
I kind of want kids now just so I can take a dive into your world.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll be sleeping on the floor of the studio a lot more.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Just to get away from the screams.
Oh, no, just because you'll fall asleep everywhere because you're so tired.
I believe that.
But, phase of life.
Yeah.
So animated movies, typically you wouldn't go see an animated movie unless...
They'll know when I have kids because it'll be all solo episodes. All right,
that'd be hilarious. But no, I guess maybe it's like a Christian thing. Maybe Christian people go and see animated movies if they're Christian.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they'll go see a movie because it's a Christian movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Regardless of if there's real humans or not.
Yeah.
Anyways, I went and saw David with my kids, right? And my oldest is 7, so there's a few things that he's really interested in. And so I'm like telling him a few things about some of the details as it's going through, because I'm like, oh, that's interesting that they added this piece. Lean over and tell him. He's like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know if he remembers any of it. Anyways.
He's like, shut up and watch the movie.
Anyways, of course, so David, who ends up being King David, there's the scene where he's like watching over his shepherds. And this lion shows up, right?
Yeah.
And we know what happened. We know what happened in the biblical sense. We don't know the details of it, but because this is a movie, they fill in the details.
Yeah.
And they filled in the details in such a way where it was like he was trying to like sneak around it and protect one of the sheep that was like injured.
Oh, interesting.
And like trying to like, which made sense. Like,
yeah,
you need to be quiet, little sheep, so that the lion doesn't know you're there. I'm trying to hide you from the lion and like maneuver around. So it's like very intelligent what he's doing, right? But then the sheep who's hurting makes a noise and the lion goes after him. And basically it shows David running and jumping at the side of the lion. So almost like a linebacker or like a free safety out in the middle of the field, like trying to cut off the lion instead of facing the lion.
Oh, interesting.
And then hits the lion, and the lion, I guess the weight of David against the weight of the lion is great enough with the force of his movement to push the lion off of a cliff.
Oh, dang.
And then like get trapped and basically die from the fall.
Oh, I see.
So it implies that David was heavier than the lion.
Yeah, that's true.
And that the force pushed the lion off, so David doesn't fight the lion.
Were they like at the edge of a cliff?
So they're like they're in hill country.
Okay.
Which Bethlehem is hill country.
Yeah.
And then where David would have been, like it would have been more hill country. So you're like there's not like massive cliffs.
Okay.
There can be at certain points, but it's more so just like
a lot of hills.
Yeah, a lot of hills and crevices.
Okay.
And spaces that like you could slip down and it would be a decent fall.
Okay, got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's kind of what it shows. But it was a little bit more like they were showing like, all right, so if David was actually a kid, he probably wasn't like just straight up fighting a lion.
Yeah.
But maybe the lion is small enough that he's bigger than the lion by weight and could have knocked the lion and like outgunned the lion.
I feel like it could have been simpler than that too.
In what way?
Like he could have just used a slingshot.
Well, that's what I think we would assume.
Yeah.
Like I think that's or
because actually like I don't know if you know this, but it's like even the lethality. That's not a word.
Like how lethal?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a word, but you can use it.
It is now.
The lethality of.
There's a Paulism for you.
Yeah.
How lethal a slingshot is.
The lethality of a slingshot would describe how lethal a slingshot could be.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, I get it. I'm there with you. I was tracking.
Thank you. Because so with even like the accuracy of it.
Yeah.
So they were actually like slingshot users.
Yeah.
Were part of like it was a military function.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they stopped using it for bows and arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is like it was so hard to be good at it. But a good slingshot practitioner,
a good slingshotist,
a good slingshotist, is better than someone with a bow.
Yeah,
as far as they can be more accurate at a longer distance, and it's more lethal.
Yeah, so
like 'cause they can sling it at like the speed of a bullet.
You can't deny the lethality of a good slingshotist. I was trying to put it all in a sentence.
And our boy David, he was quite the slingshotist.
It's true. Yes. But I thought that was interesting. And then another scene that I was like, wow, they really leaned into this. Which is funny because you don't see this in like drawn or animated Bibles or like picture Bibles or kids Bibles or anything like that. Or at least I haven't seen it. But as soon as they show Goliath, the first thing that they show of Goliath, they don't show his face. He walks out and they show him like from the side, and then they take this long, like noticeably long pause at his foot, which has 6 toes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's interesting.
It is, because Goliath, it doesn't say Goliath has 6 toes.
Right.
But his brothers are described in that way.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because it was
I
like.
wonder who wrote that?
Okay. I almost could have answered it, but it's somebody that. So one of the executive producers on it was Tim Keller.
Oh, okay.
So like, it's one of those things where it was paused on there, and maybe my brain just slowed everything down for a second.
It was really like a 2-second like.
Maybe. But it felt like forever. I was like, wow, they're really holding on these 6 toes.
Look at them dogs.
But it was also a little bit like, that's not really how Goliath is described right away.
Yeah, but that's a cool detail they added.
It was a cool detail. I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool.
Like, oh, someone knows something.
Yeah. And I leaned over to my oldest and I was like, did you see that? He has 6 toes. And he was like, what? And I said, yeah, giants in the Old Testament had 6 toes on each foot and 6 fingers, which is wild.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are described that way in Samuel, I think.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. But I thought that was a really cool
That's so fascinating.
detail. Yeah.
I want to watch that now.
Yeah. So go watch David.
Be a grown adult with me and watch an animated show.
Hey, listener, be a grown adult with me.
Watch kid stuff
and consider the lethality of a good slingshotist.
Yeah, don't ever neglect that.
Do not do it. This episode of Martyr's Row brought to you by the new motion picture, David. 3, 2, 1. I don't think they're gonna see this one coming, Paul.
This is new.
I know.
I don't think I'm gonna see this coming.
Listen, they gave us the mics.
Who gave us the mics?
I don't know. We just found it here.
Who left us unsupervised?
I don't know. We'll see. What? Huh? Light in the shadows, fire in the night. Names we remember, we hold them tight. They didn't bow when the cold winds blow. Come take a walk on Martyr's Row. Martyr's Row. Martyr's Row.
Through the dark.
Martyr's Row.
They wouldn't let go.
Oh, Jesus close. Steady and slow. On Martyr's Row. Martyr's Row. Paul, here we go.
Pains on the wrist, but their hearts stay free. Sitting in a cell like a prophecy.
Hey.
Truth kept burning when the world said no. Come take a walk down Martyr's Row.
Martyr's Row.
We're on Martyr's
Row.
Yeah.
Martyr's Row. Martyr's Row. Jesus close.
Through the dark, they wouldn't let go.
Hold the line, don't let go. When it's hard, he's holding you close. If you fall, he won't
Let you go.
On Martyr's Row, Martyr's Row.
You're not alone.
On Martyr's Row,
Martyr's Row. Hey.
on Martyr's Row, Martyr's Row, Martyr's Row. We honor those who came before Martyr's Row. Yep. So last week,
Yeah.
last episode,
Both.
last night, who knows? But I
Maybe the same night.
That would be wild.
That would be a lot.
If you watched last episode, you know why that would be wild. Paul just appears out of nowhere.
Hey.
Well, so I explored this idea, and it's this idea of Samson being a short king.
Yeah.
Right? And now Samson was not a king.
Right.
Samson was a judge. But in our modern vernacular, this wouldn't be mod norm, though. I guess it would be.
It would be mod.
But not
actually, we don't know that.
Because mod norm is more like...
I guess it would just be norm.
The last couple of 100 years.
Yeah, it might just be norm.
Or just like... It's just normcore? No. When's the last time you heard that? When The Office first came out?
But then you wonder, because I guess we don't have any writings where they're in the early church. They're like, yeah, by the way, Samson is real short.
Oh, right. Well, that was, yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be hilarious.
So I guess we just don't know.
If it's like Samson the judge was a short king. Wait, what?
With the Council of Nicaea, and we all know Samson was short.
Yeah.
Like, why are we bringing this up?
True. Good point. I wish somebody would have said something.
Yeah, that would have been kind of funny, actually.
But, okay, here's the thing. So, I had this idea. For some reason, in the last couple months, I've just gotten really interested again and I say again because this happens to me periodically.
I love it.
Where I just get really interested in the things we don't really think about or know about main characters in the Bible, but then also finding characters we don't really know anything about. And by character, I'm not referring to fiction. I'm using character as like we say it all the time. Like, that guy's a pretty funny character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a human.
It's still a person.
Yes. Yes. But they play a role in that. And so my thought was, since last episode was a solo episode, and you didn't get to experience that with me.
That would defeat the purpose.
It would, yes. That's a good point. I thought maybe we've had a couple of different runs of, like, we talked about Israel for a little while, had like a series on that. We did like our myth series, which is our most famous series that
of course
people want that in hardback book form, and I understand.
I know I do.
And so I figured, why don't we just start a series? So my question for you tonight is pretty simple, and if you watched the last episode, you might be able to see where this is going. But I think we're in a new series that this might be the last volume, or it may be the second of many.
Nice.
But here's my question, Paul. Was King David a short king?
The Short King series.
Welcome to the Short King series.
Part 2.
Now here's the thing. King David.
Yeah.
Was he a short king? Takes on a different...
Because he was actually a king.
He was literally a king.
Yeah.
Whereas Samson is a judge. So I can't say I would have to say, is Judge Samson a short king?
Yeah, that's too wordy.
But it's also more humorous than, is King David a short king?
Yeah, that's true.
I should probably ask, was David a short king? But then you wouldn't know who I'm talking about.
And they're like,
who's David?
Yeah, which one?
Because you're Paul.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm Steven. So like that. So it's like introducing now David. Hey, David. He's just over in the corner.
And then we just measure him. It's a 3-minute episode.
That's how we introduce a third host.
How tall are you?
So, Paul, was King David a short king?
You know, that's a great question.
Thanks. In the most mod norm sense I can think of.
And you know what's funny is, I guess we kind of know David from a period of his life, for a long period of his life.
Almost his whole life.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we don't just
it's like,
jump into his life.
At what point are we talking? So
that's a good point.
And so I guess it's, we don't know how tall he was in general because they never tell us.
But to be fair, when he was a child, he was not a king.
That's true.
So maybe we're only referring to the time in which he was a king.
Okay.
But you'll have to tell me that.
Well, let me answer the question the way I want to.
And a king according to whom? Because according to God and the anointing from Samuel,
yeah,
he's a king much earlier than he actually becomes a king.
That's true. So at the earliest bit of his unreign,
his spiritual reign, but
not
physical reign.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you could say that.
I don't think so.
Who cares?
We said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think when I think of David's height,
okay, which you often do.
I do more often than I should. That is actually my Roman Empire.
There you go.
David.
Now I'm thinking about the Roman Empire.
How tall is he?
Oh, David, how tall were you? Oh, David.
I'm searching the Psalms. Like, are you learning more about God? No, I'm trying to figure out how tall this guy was.
But see, the thing is if you're Catholic, you can't pray to David because he wasn't a saint.
That's true.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Because then you'd be like, oh, David.
Oh, David, how tall were you?
How tall? And he answers, and you're like, what the?
Or Mary answers for him.
Oh, that's true.
That's how that works.
He's real short.
He's about my height.
Yeah.
Says the Virgin Mary.
How tall are you? That's not playtest, lady.
I guess you're going to ask how old I am next, huh?
Well, now that we're on it.
Well, we kind of already know.
Yeah, true.
Everyone knows how old you are, Mary. You're the eternal virgin.
Oh, that's great.
So King David.
How
tall was he?
Well, so the picture that whenever we think about David's height, the image I think about is the David and Goliath story.
Yeah.
Because I think that's when we're like, oh, here's tiny little David.
Do you have a literal sparkle on your eye?
I think I might.
You should probably do something about that.
I thought I got him. I can feel it now.
Yeah, I think it's actually in your eye. Use your hand. It's literally on the lens of your eye. Do you have contacts in?
I do. Is it right in this one?
Yeah. So Paul, even if you're watching, you probably can't see this.
I might just have a twinkle in my eye.
But Paul it's directly on your eyelid.
Really? Like
it's right in the middle.
Here?
No. It's right in the middle of your eye. This is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
I don't think I'm going to get it.
No, but it's on your... Yeah. Okay, well, it makes me feel better that you have contacts on.
Yeah. I'm going to throw these away when I get home.
So if you're only listening, Paul has a literal sparkle on his eye. Not eyelid, on the actual eye.
It's a little twinkle I have.
It's pretty crazy.
So
it's tripping me out because I was on your eye.
Painting a ceiling today.
Okay.
And they wanted glitter on the ceiling. And that stuff gets everywhere.
Okay.
But I didn't catch the one in my eye.
So on the ceiling?
On the ceiling.
So do you paint it and then throw glitter?
Yes.
That is, and then do you put like a sealant over the glitter?
No, it just sticks right to the paint.
That is, honestly, that's frustrating.
Yeah. Especially when it gets in your eye.
Yeah, it's literally on your eye.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't feel it, so I think that's a good thing.
That's because you have a layer on your eye.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay. As long as you know. And as long as the listener knows. Especially the listener who's just listening.
They're just like, wow, he actually...
And the ones that aren't, they're going to have a really hard time seeing it.
That's amazing.
But worth mentioning.
Yeah. Maybe if the light catches it.
So King David.
How
tall was he?
So the story that we think about in that scene is like, here's tiny little baby David.
Yeah, with Goliath.
In this massive Goliath.
Right.
And so I being the person that I am,
okay,
I kind of want to challenge that a little bit.
Okay. As far as like how small he was potentially?
Well, it's like, okay, so like how tall was he actually in that scene? Because we're always told like, oh, he's this puny little character.
Okay.
But there's a couple pieces in here that it's like, well, where do we actually get that?
Yeah, go ahead. I like that.
Yeah. So, and it's like he might actually be that small, but I'm like, but let's actually like do the work and find out.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do around here.
And you keep saying small. Do you mean young?
Well, yes, young, but usually when people, like, I'm thinking of, like, even, like, the VeggieTales
yeah.
version of him is like, oh,
he's like a 7-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they paint him as like, oh, he's like 4'5".
Yeah.
He's puny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so there's a few things in the story as I read it. It's like, wait, what?
Okay.
Let's look at this a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
So the first thing is like, Scripture never actually explicitly calls him short.
Okay.
So that's our first clue.
Yeah.
Well, not clue, but just first thing. So in 1 Samuel 17, the text, it never says that David's short. It never gives David a height measurement.
Okay.
And it never contrasts David's height with Goliath's numeric numbers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or in numeric terms. So what it does emphasize is, what you pointed out, is his youth.
Right.
It says, he says, I am but a youth.
Okay. I am but a young.
I am but a young. I am but a youth.
Do not bother me. I am but a young.
Well, and so that's the other interesting thing, too, even with the idea of youth. And I wish I wrote this down. But there's a lot of times where there's a word that in Hebrew that we translate as youth.
Yeah.
But it actually means like 20 years old.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And so we actually see that with Solomon.
Oh, gotcha.
Because he's, I think, about 20 when he takes the throne.
Okay.
But it uses, I think it's the same word to describe him. So it's kind of like this range where it's like he's not 7.
Sure.
It's like he could be between like 15 and 20.
Well, and the thing that's tough is like in like traditionally a bar mitzvah and then later on added bat mitzvah. Was a celebration of bar mitzvah is celebration of boy becoming a man.
Yeah.
And that happens at age 13 in the Jewish culture.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but rabbis technically don't become rabbis until around the age of 30. Which is why Jesus doesn't start his ministry until he's 30.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So it's like congruent with like how that lays out. So there's a pretty wide gap there between like when does like Solomon taking rule, at what point, like if you're let me put it this way. So in modern terms, if you want to be the president of the United States, one of the main like simple barriers is you have to be 35.
Right. Yeah.
So like what does, I wonder what that looked like in reference to the because we know like in ancient culture there was not necessarily a limitation on someone becoming a king as far as how old they were.
Right.
Because we have like Egyptian kings that were like 12.
Yeah, it's true.
So like that's not unusual, but it is interesting to think about like, well, technically by society standards, David would be a man at age 13.
Yes.
But if they're expecting the king to be 30 years old and he's only 20, then he's kind of a young boy.
And it's like, you're young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, but does that doesn't necessarily mean he's 10.
Right.
And maybe that's where the error comes in.
I think that's where part of it does come from.
It's like, well, if they're calling him a boy, then he has to be younger than 13. Right?
That's what we would think. Yeah.
And that makes sense.
Yeah. And there's a couple other things here where we get some of this idea.
Okay.
So the other thing that the text emphasizes his inexperience in war.
Gotcha.
So it's like we know, like he says it himself, he's like, oh, I fought a lion.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so he can fight in like the wilderness or in the pasture.
Yeah.
But as far as warfare goes, like he has no experience as a warrior. And then the other thing is his low status.
Gotcha.
So he's the youngest son, he's not enlisted, and he's sent to deliver food. It's like he's just like their young little
delivery boy,
brat errand boy. Yeah. And it's like, oh, here's little David with our food.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like, okay, so in the terms of using small, it's like, well, he is very small because he is still young.
Right.
And he has no war experience.
Yeah.
And he's also the youngest son.
Right.
So in every term, it's like he is the smallest person.
Yeah, and not necessarily
like
smallest in stature. Right, but in maybe cultural status.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like his ability to be the next one called upon.
Yeah.
Which we see that with Samuel going to the house of Jesse to look for the next king of Israel.
Yeah.
And it's like he keeps going down the line from highest ranking individual to lowest ranking individual.
Yeah.
Not necessarily oldest to youngest, not necessarily tallest to smallest.
Well, and even then, it's like we can even see another picture how low status David was.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't even present.
Yeah, they didn't even consider him.
Yeah.
His dad didn't even consider him. That's a good point.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, he's just out in the field. It's like, I guess we can go get him.
Yeah. Yeah, but then there's also the other side of like, well, he also could have been the best one at that job too.
Yeah.
And so his
that's
dad
true.
wanted him to stay in that position.
Yeah, which is very possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like we kind of see the text keep emphasizing his low status.
Yeah.
And I think for what the, and I'm not going to use this word to say the story isn't real.
Okay.
But I'm using it as like the person who wrote it.
Got it.
Because there's intention. It's like, okay, so the storyteller.
Yeah.
And it's like, not storyteller and this is fairy tale.
Yeah.
But what are the pieces that the writer is trying to emphasize?
Yeah.
Like what's the point they're trying to make with the story?
Sure.
And the point that we see, I think, with David is like, oh, he's actually just like a low-ranking person.
Mm.
And then let's contrast that against these other two characters.
Yeah.
So then with that, it's like, okay, let's take a look at Saul real quick.
Okay.
So Saul is kind of our benchmark for tall.
Got it.
In this story, because we're actually given an idea of how tall Saul was.
Okay. Good thing it rhymes.
I know, right? Oh, this is going to be good.
I got so much rhyming. In here.
I got so many more words.
They all link together.
So Saul is repeatedly described as, from his shoulders upward, he was taller than any other person.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's like, okay, so he's like a head taller than everybody.
Yeah.
Aren't
the older brothers of David also mentioned in that way? It's like his oldest brothers seem to be of great stature.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. So Saul is Israel's ideal king.
Okay.
By ancient Near East standards. He's tall, imposing, and he looks like a warrior king.
Got it.
And so that's an interesting piece with that. And I'm just saying, like, looks-wise, because in the ancient Near East, it's like, okay, a lot of the other kings were huge.
Yeah, we're going to get all the way into this?
No, we don't have to.
Okay.
Even though we're kind of dancing on it.
Well,
but it's like, I just wanted to point that out. It's like, because that was kind of the big thing with when Israel was like, no, we want an actual physical king and not God as our king.
Maybe the next episode is
we can dive
Saul.
into. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So maybe let's not talk about it at all.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that piece.
Okay, yeah.
There's a little nugget for you.
A pretty juicy one.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the piece that I think the storyteller is really pointing out in this area as well with Saul is Saul is like the ideal.
Yeah.
He's the guy you want to go and fight your wars.
He looks like a king of the world.
Yes. Yeah, by worldly standards, he's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't say anymore.
I won't.
Okay.
But yet...
That'll be for a future episode.
Yeah. But yet, Saul isn't the one who fights Goliath.
Correct.
He refuses to.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, here's your ideal king who's a warrior.
Yeah.
He has battle experience.
Yeah.
But he's too afraid to go fight this other warrior.
Yeah, and even in stature.
Yeah. Stature-wise, he's tall.
Right. And
we'll get into that a little bit, too.
Okay.
Not the way you're thinking, but just general rough numbers.
Yeah. Let's bring up some rough numbers here.
With so that contrast matters more than David's exact body type.
Okay, got it.
So the tallest man in Israel is paralyzed with fear. And the anointed but not yet king, he's the one who steps in.
Right.
And we know status-wise he's the lowest ranking person.
Yes.
So it's like, well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Because he's not even delivering the main food.
Right.
He's delivering...
It's just for his brothers.
Well, and it's like condiments.
They're like, oh, I forgot the mustard.
Yeah.
David.
I think he's bringing like bread and butter.
That would make sense. It's like a snack.
Yeah, it's like not substantial. Like he's not bringing like, he doesn't have like meat over his shoulder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't know. It's always kind of funny to me though the like the picture of here they are in war.
Yeah.
And David's just gonna like saunter on in and be like, here's some bread.
Yeah. Actually, there is something. Well, keep going because there's something interesting about where they are too. But that's not really what we're talking about.
Okay.
I did this on the solo episode where I was like,
it's really
but
easy.
also no, I can't go there.
It's so easy to
do.
Yeah. So let's talk about Goliath real quick.
Okay.
Because Goliath, we are given a lot of numbers.
Actually, I'll do this in 30 seconds.
Okay.
The reason why I would bring it up. Okay. The reason why I would bring it up is because it involves Samson. So Samson is a part of the tribe of Dan, not part of. So David in the house of Jesse would be in the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
And that's the line in which, or the tribe in which Jesus comes, the Messiah comes. Yes. But Samson is part of the tribe of Dan. And the Danites are originally in the south region, where Gaza is now. And their job as part of the 12 tribes was to keep the border territory of Israel.
Oh, interesting.
But they couldn't do it. They were being ruled by the Philistines.
Oh, fascinating.
So what eventually happened, like through what book is that? Not Joshua.
Judges?
No. Oh yes, Judges. Through Judges, what we end up seeing is we see Samson, like the Danites move from the south region all the way to the northernmost point of Israel.
Oh, wow.
And when they do that, it pushes, like the Philistines push further up into the promised land.
Oh, I see.
And so by the time we get to David and Goliath,
they're already pretty far up.
So the Valley of Elah is so if you fly into Tel Aviv, which is typically where you would fly into. At one point it was the capital city. I think it's been changed to Jerusalem in the last 10 years or so. But when you fly in there, Tel Aviv is like almost parallel with Jerusalem.
Okay.
And when you drive from Tel Aviv into Israel to Jerusalem, you drive through the Valley of Elah.
Oh, whoa.
So like at the point when Goliath is coming up against the army, at the point that's happening, they are in a valley like just south of Jerusalem.
Oh, fascinating.
So they're like pushing it.
So this is a serious situation.
It's major.
Yeah.
And bloodline wise, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
It is as well. But it's also like they're encroaching on Mount Moriah.
Got it.
And also,
yeah.
And so, but that kind of starts back with Samson, where like Samson could not defeat the Philistines, and the Danites could not keep them out of the territory.
So they fled.
So they fled to the north region.
Yeah.
But that allowed the Philistines to continue moving north.
Oh, interesting.
Until you get to King David.
That's interesting.
And now they're in the Valley of Elah, which is just south of Jerusalem.
Okay.
So it actually is kind of wild.
And that makes sense too, especially with how the story's being told, to like really emphasize Saul's inadequacy here.
Sure.
It's just like, like this is one of the most serious battles he could be in, and he's too afraid to do anything.
100%. There's a ton of weight on it.
Yeah.
Because it's that idea. It's like at that point for hundreds of years, they've been trying to push the Philistines out.
Yeah.
And they keep coming in. And ironically, the Philistines are like their descendants, like land of Canaan is encroaching back on the people of Israel.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
that's really interesting.
Yeah. So that was more like a minute and a half, but
hey, I'll take it.
Still pretty quick.
That was good. That was good. So our boy Goliath.
I like that.
Yeah, we like talking about Goliath. We don't. We've never done it.
I think we've mentioned him for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Talked about giants and stuff.
So this one, it is complicated.
Okay.
With how tall Goliath is.
Oh yeah.
And because we're given, depending on what text is coming from, we have two different answers.
Doesn't it get all the way to like Septuagint?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was...
Which is a past episode. Go listen to that. Septuagint.
And that actually was something that... I there's a reason for why they did some of those things.
Sure.
And I can't remember what it was. I think a lot of it had to do with because in Hebrew there's no vowels.
Right.
So there were some things they kind of had to guess, and it's like, well, that kind of looks like this.
Yeah.
But it could be that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
So we kind of have a range here.
Actually, I wonder what the Vulgate says.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, like what did Jerome go back and
What
look
that would
at?
come to. That would be cool. So Goliath's height is famously 6 cubits in a span, or 4 cubits in a span. So either he's roughly 9'9" or 6'6".
Yeah, I mean that's cutting a third.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know personally I lean toward the larger number.
Yeah. It's more fun.
It's more fun. It's more fun. But honestly, even if he is only 6'6", it's still massive, and we'll get into why.
Okay.
So what that means is because we're looking at, I think it's the Masoretic text puts the larger number.
Yes.
But then the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Septuagint put the shorter number.
Oh, the Dead Sea Scrolls holds the shorter number.
I believe so.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to double check that one. That's what I had written down here.
Yeah.
So that means that the earliest textual witnesses describe a very tall but plausible warrior.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, like this guy could be 6'6".
Yeah.
And you not necessarily like this massive height.
Yeah.
So the story may not be,
but there are potentially other scarier things about his appearance that adds to his stature.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
In that, like, even describing those things and what he's wearing, that's a whole other bit just to talk about that. But even when you look at like the weight of the armor and like what's proper, like ratio for height and weight.
Did we not talk about Goliath? I feel like we did a whole.
I think we didn't do a whole thing on him.
Okay.
But even that's actually why I tend to lean toward the larger number, and it's because when you look at the weight of his like weapons and his armor, versus like what's a good ratio for someone to actually be able to fight well, it would lean him toward the larger number. But that's like a whole breakdown.
But it would be more impressive with the smaller number.
It's impressive and like very difficult.
Yeah.
But I think like one of the bigger pictures here is what the story's trying to tell us. It's not like here's this tiny boy versus a monster.
Sure.
But it's here's an unarmored shepherd versus an elite class warrior.
Yes.
I think,
but also a monster, just in the not
absolutely.
in what you're. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Also, quite a literal monster.
But still, kinda. Well, so actually, let me jump here real quick.
Like not a monster of a human, but an actual monster.
Yeah, that's it. So I mean, actually, I'm just gonna jump down here real quick.
Maybe we should do
and just talk like numbers.
So we should do a future episode on the stature of Saul. We can continue our Short King series.
And then Goliath.
And then we'll do, should we do that in this series? Or should we do like Goliath, man, myth, or legend?
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That could be kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, okay.
But let me just jump here real quick,
I'm just brainstorming future episodes.
Yeah, that's I like it. These are all things we need to write down.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the numbers of what Saul and the rest of people were probably like.
Got it.
So we're told, Saul's from shoulders upward, taller than everybody.
Mm-hmm. But neck down, very short.
He's average. He has the longest neck.
He is literally head and shoulders above everybody. But everything from the shoulders down, very tiny.
Itty bitty.
What if that's what that meant and we were just misinterpreting it for a long time?
Kind of amazing, actually.
Guys, no, it meant that he had a massive head.
His head was huge.
Which, honestly, if you look at... Again, different.
Okay, enough about Saul. Well, actually, we're going to talk about it a little bit more.
Elongated heads?
So that statement is a relative statement.
Yes.
Because it could mean his head is just huge.
True.
So it's not a real measurement.
Right.
But most scholars reasonably infer,
okay,
like that word, Saul was exceptionally tall for this time.
So that means that they have done a lot of reading and research, and they've concluded that
it's a
reasonable assumption, but they have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, based on, like, this is an estimate. So the average Israelite man was between 5'3" and 5'6".
Right.
So, like, short boys. So actually, in the Short King series, all of Israel.
Breaking news. In the Short King series?
Well, actually,
Apparently, it includes all of Israel.
Have you ever been to, like, an exhibit and seen, like, medieval armor?
Yes, but I don't remember.
Okay. Well, one of the things that kind of stands out to me whenever I've seen it, because we actually had one at the Cleveland Art Museum.
Okay.
They've got, like, a bunch of their armor sets together.
Yeah.
And you're like, these guys are not tall.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's like they're, like, 5'6".
That's why they needed armor.
Yeah. They're little tiny boys. Well, so
little tiny knights.
Little bitty baby boy.
The little action figures.
So it's like even like a Roman centurion, the ideal height for a centurion, I think, was 5'7".
Yeah. We would be tall.
I think at that point there were people that were 6 foot.
Okay.
And people that were shorter.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, like the perfect height is like this 5'7".
It's probably the most consistent.
Yeah,
and
that was like the way that their battle strategies were.
Well, and 6 foot would be an outlier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And if you're too short, it's like, sorry, you can't join, bro.
Well, probably also because blacksmiths.
Oh yeah.
Just like making armor itself.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll talk about that actually. That's another thing.
Okay.
At this time.
Yeah.
So if that's true, that range for an Israelite, Saul might have been between 5'10" and 6'2".
Okay.
So it's like Saul's actually pretty tall.
He's a big guy.
And so even if we take the small number as like 6'6", which some people say that it was intentionally called Goliath 6'6", in contrast to how tall Saul might have been, to show like, look, they're basically the same size, and he's still freaked out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's like 6 foot versus 6'6".
Yeah, which is still a pretty big difference.
It's also 3 6s.
Uh-oh.
Are they in cahoots? For a future episode.
Ruh-roh. So tall. Saul. He looks like a king.
Old tall Saul.
That's what they called him.
Yeah.
Old long neck Saul. And so
old big head over here.
So that being said, I kind of want to jump into one scene in particular.
Okay, do it.
And that's between David and Saul.
Okay.
And that's the famous scene where he's like, hey, why don't you try my armor?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I think this was the big thing for me that kind of sent me down this path.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait, that's kind of interesting.
Mm.
So the short answer of this is it doesn't really tell us anything.
Okay.
But it does tell us that David wasn't radically smaller than Saul.
Got it.
And okay, what do I mean by that?
Yeah.
So in that we see that...
Give me the details.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to start here first.
Do it.
So armor was not mass-produced for or standardized like modern military gear.
Sure.
Royal armor would be custom-made,
right?
But with some flexibility.
Okay.
You know, there's like belts and straps and layers. So height mattered, but frame, training, and movement mattered more.
Mm.
So that was, so there's some like, oh, maybe Saul ate like a really big feast, and he's like, oh, I gained like 5 pounds. His armor would still fit him.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so there is some flexibility.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, here's someone who's 4'11" and some guy who's 6 foot. They're not wearing the same armor.
Yeah, it's more so if the same guy gains weight or loses weight.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There's some give and take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that would make sense if you think about like shoulder pads for a football player.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they're sitting up here on your shoulders. So like if your belly gets bigger, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. So the text says, Saul clothed David with his armor, and David strapped his sword over his armor, and he tried in vain to go, for he had not tested them.
Mm.
And so that's the thing that I've seen in I think from almost everybody.
Yeah.
Is like, here's this oversized armor sitting on David.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, where do we get that from? Because that's not actually what it says.
Right.
And also, if Saul's like, hey, little boy, try on my armor. It's like, what, do you just want to get a good laugh out of him?
Well, that's a good point, too. It's not like Saul is trying to humiliate David.
Right.
Like, he's not saying, like, oh, you think you can do this? Let me take it a step further and go, oh, you really think you can do this?
Check this out.
Yeah. No, because in some ways, like, it was probably seen as, like, an act of humility by Saul.
Yeah.
To go, oh, I don't want to go fight this guy.
Yeah.
If you're willing, I will clothe you, because using that terminology is huge.
Yeah.
I'll clothe you in my armor.
Yeah.
Like, I'll clothe you in the armor of the king.
And it's kind of like a small piece here to say about Saul. It's like, it's kind of normal for him to relinquish his duties as a king.
Okay.
We see that a lot in his time.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
And so it's like, here's another moment. And I think that's one of the things the storyteller's trying to point out is like, here's another situation where Saul didn't want to actually do what he was supposed to.
Yeah.
And so someone else said they do, and he's like, okay, sweet, you can even wear my armor.
Yeah. Well, and that's a good point. Or it was actually more of like that royal thing of like, like he probably within himself was like, I don't feel like I can do this.
Yeah.
You seem to think that you can. And he probably wasn't, again, like trying to make fun of him, but instead trying to clothe him and send him out in his place.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that even speaks to the potential stature of David.
Yeah, and the other big piece here is
that maybe even Saul thought, this is going to fit you weird, but it's not going to swallow you.
Right. You can actually still wear it.
Yeah.
And
he could, because he put it on.
Right. That's the thing. And the text never, in no translation does it ever say, but it was too big.
Right.
It's like, well, what does it say? It says that David hadn't tested the armor.
Yes.
And so, like, that points to a couple things. One, it's like the armor probably fit.
Yeah.
At least enough. But it also shows that David wasn't used to wearing armor. He wasn't used to being a warrior.
Yes.
And so for him to wear armor that he's not used to, in a situation that he's not used to, it would be weird because he's like, oh, I'm used to moving in a certain way.
Yeah.
And I can't move in this.
Especially because he's handed a sword too.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not going to use a sword.
Yeah.
So in some ways his rejection of the whole thing is a little bit more like, I'm not doing this how you guys do it.
You're expecting me to run out there with a sword and fight this guy?
The same way you would.
I've never done that.
Right.
Yeah.
But also the same way you would.
Right.
And what we know about David against Saul is like David's kind of a foil to Saul. Or I guess because of David's, like in some ways, Saul may be more of a foil to David. Yeah. In a literary sense. But being that he was always doing the opposite. Like, he's the young shepherd in the field, and he's the one called upon by God. Yeah. It's like, everything. He's the low, and he's being brought high. And also, this is one of the things we've talked about too, and what I mentioned on the last episode about Samson, is that it wasn't his stature that brought him victories. It was that the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. Yeah. And so, like with David, how much more does it point to the God of Israel, not to David himself, that David comes out with no armor on and a sling? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's pointing more to the God of Israel than it is pointing to David as a mighty warrior. Yes, absolutely. Because even later, David's not considered among his mighty warriors, but he does have mighty warriors. Yeah, that's true. Which is interesting. That is true. Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah, and there's also another interesting piece with this as a descriptor we get for David. Yeah. And it's the classic one everyone knows, that he was ruddy and handsome. Ooh. But those things don't mean small. Sure.
This
makes sense.
This is in 1 Samuel 16.
Okay.
Which I think the David and Goliath, that's 1 Samuel 17, isn't it? It is. Just to put a time frame on this.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it says he was ruddy with beautiful eyes and handsome. Well, they're really laying it down.
Love that.
Yeah, they love themselves from David.
Yeah.
So,
Saul was mentioned in a similar sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so it's interesting, the word ruddy here.
Yeah.
'Cause that's not a word that I use often.
No.
I don't know about you, but
unless I'm mispronouncing ready.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little ready. But
Yeah. Or like you're trying to say rusty and you say ready.
Yeah.
And it mixes both words together.
It's like, what the?
Yeah. Apollism.
Those happen a lot. And so that word, it often implies healthy, vigorous, reddish complexion.
Oh.
So it doesn't mean childlike or scrawny.
So did David have red hair?
We can talk about that.
Okay.
That's a big one. Well, that's another episode.
Okay.
That's our red hair series.
Okay.
Redheads in the Bible.
I like that.
We have a lot of weird series on here. I love it.
I never even thought about David potentially being a red-haired man.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a potential implication of it.
Okay.
Interesting. Which we'll definitely talk about that because there's also a similar thing for Solomon.
That I feel like I did know.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
So in the ancient world,
yeah,
beauty in men often implied physical vitality and fitness for leadership. So
makes sense.
When they're looking at David, because this is even before this situation, it's like he's described as ruddy, beautiful eyes. And
yeah.
He had a little twinkle in his eye. And so with that, it's like, okay, so if they're calling him that, and that implication is he's healthy.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what is the beauty for them means like he's physically fit.
Sure.
So it's like he's not this scrawny little tiny dweeb.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he actually can handle himself, and he's actually looks kind of impressive.
Yeah.
At least relatively.
That makes sense.
For his youthful age.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's like, okay, so where does this really leave David?
Okay.
So the armor scene.
In conclusion,
as I have theorized, so the armor scene suggests David was old enough to wear adult armor.
Okay. Why does that sound funny?
So you almost thought I said adult diaper.
Yeah.
He was physically capable, and he was not absurdly undersized.
Okay.
But narratively, David is still the youngest, the untrained, the non-professional, and the one outside the military system. So his smallness is vocational and symbolic, not necessarily biological.
Of stature. Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah.
And I think that matters for the text again, because it's like, well, it's pointing out a few things. One, it's talking about Goliath is an actual real threat.
Yes.
King Saul is the one who's supposed to handle it.
Yes.
And he's actually the tallest person in Israel. So he's the right guy to handle it.
Yeah.
But he's too scared to do it. And so here's this small character.
Yeah.
In status.
Yes.
And he's willing to step up and fight this.
In rank is probably, yeah.
That's a better way to say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the lowest ranked person.
Yes.
And yet he's willing, like, I can do it.
Yes.
And so it's like, in a lot of ways, they're really poking fun at Saul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point.
And they're showing how, they're showing the conviction and the faith of David at the same time. So, was David tall? The responsible answer to say is no clue.
But we've read a lot, and
but maybe. And I think that's kind of one way to look at it. It's like, well, the only thing I can tell you for sure is that he probably wasn't 4'9"
and 7 years old.
And 7 years old. He was probably similar sized.
Yeah.
Like from what we've kind of walked through, it's like I think it's reasonable to say he was probably close enough in stature to Saul. Not the same stature.
Yeah.
But it's like if Saul is 6'2", and David is 5'10", he could probably fit in the armor.
Yeah.
Well enough.
Yeah, and with Saul's large head and broad shoulders and tiny waist and tiny legs. It probably worked it back out.
It evened out.
So was King David a short king?
No.
3, 2, 1.